If you run a roofing business and want predictable winter revenue, this video is for you. I'll walk through a repeatable system that roofing companies use to add 10-20% more revenue before year end using email marketing, targeted ads, and simple tools like CompanyCam. I'll cover the numbers, the operations, and the marketing calendar so you can launch fast. No fluff, just the playbook.
If you don't know anything about holiday lighting, it is my promise here today is to show you how your roofing business can add 10 to 20% more revenue before the year is out. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a $2 million company or a $20 million company or a $100 million company, the 10 to 20% more revenue is a proven number. I've done this for a few years now talking to roofing companies, and this is easy to implement. It is high profit, and this is the perfect winter revenue for seasonal business owners. This is the magical thing that makes a business worth more money. So I want to talk to you about what does this look like in your business today. Let's talk about a sales plan for predictable revenue. Let's take a $5 million company. That's going to be roughly 300 customers just last year in roofing customers. So your email marketing is going to get 20% of your customers. You're going to go out to all of your customers, and these are $2,500 jobs. So you should get 20% of your customers from this year to buy holiday lighting from you. 1 in 5 people that you did a roof for are going to do a light from you. This isn't including all the years of previous jobs. So if that sounds unrealistic and you've been around for 10 years and you did 300 customers this year and 300 customers the year before that and 200 the year before that and 100 the year before that and 100 the year before that, just think about the 300 this year that you did. 1 in 5 of those people gets a job. That's $150,000. Then you're gonna have to spend some money. So $15,000 in advertising spend. Assume the worst case scenario. You're paying $150 to get a lead. 100 leads at a 40% close rate, that's another $100,000. Now, the walk-ups on jobs are crazy. It's not like in roofing. Like when you're installing Christmas lights, everybody's walking up to see you. Everybody wants to see what's going on. Every 2 installs, someone is gonna walk up to you and want a job. And if you have a way to get that into the hands of the sales team, you're going to sell 1 in every 2. Now that's 375,000 sales at a 40% margin from $15,000 in ad spend, assuming you're going to send some free emails and you're going to have a smile on your face while you're making like holiday light dreams come true. Like you're just going to be smiling enough that people will walk up to you. But wait, there's more. You still have referrals. The people who are going to say, hey, so-and-so did my job. You're going to have the lawn sign launch. We haven't talked about lawn signs. This is just email marketing and running ads. Then you still got all the organic social, the videos that you do, the stuff that we were talking about. And then there's the rich ladies and hedge fund managers that buy the big jobs, the $10,000, $15,000 jobs. And then they would come back the next year and spend even more because then they want to compete with each other. These hockey wives, they were nuts. And so you take all of that and then 92% of those people come back to you every single year. And this is something from last year where in the first 7 days, this was like August 16th, this guy had signed up 300 of his customers from last year at an average of $2,500 a job. And before even Christmas, let's think about what you can do in October. This is why we're talking about it right now, is because we have a whole marketing plan when we're doing holiday lights that starts in September to get ready for October. This is why we had to do it right now, is to get people talking about it, because there's the Indian Festival of Lights called Diwali. It starts around October 29th to November 3rd. I got to get the exact date for this year. This culture loves to buy lights for this. So this is where you have to have your early season offer, where you're offering your Diwali discount. This is getting you on jobs, getting you taking pictures, building your marketing material for when you go to market in December. Now, we found all kinds of marketing campaigns that we would do around this in November to get people interested. And then December, that's when you go crazy, right? That's when you have your busy season. We actually have it all mapped out on a calendar, exactly how we do our October or November, and then how we lay out each of our offers. We have example videos of how we do it. Like we keep this stuff so that we could give it to you, because we would try and find a way to make this easier for you guys to get the success than we did, because we had to do all of this ourselves. But once you get into the November, then you want to start looking at your email marketing. This is where something like HubSpot can be really helpful. And then you start doing your postcards or your direct mail campaigns late November. We have all kinds of images and everything like that that you can use, but the whole goal is to get people to your page, because then if they hit your landing forms on your websites, you have your Facebook pixels there, so you can then retarget them with your Google ads and your Facebook ads. But your December moves are going to include where you have your weekly email drip to your customers that you did roofs for. This is where I say you get your extra business from. In addition, like, how do we make you go up 10 to 20%? You already have a database. You already have all these people who gave you thousands of dollars to do the roof over how many years. These people already know, like, and trust you. So these are big. Taking advantage of the email marketing that you can do with your existing customers, and there's proven templates that work. Another thing is, if you can have a big lift somewhere, this one worked great for us. In the high-end neighborhoods, we were doing 60-foot, 80-foot trees with lights. So then this machine was pretty much beeping and driving all the time, and we just covered it with holiday signs lights, or holiday light signs, and everybody called us from these darn lawn signs. This is why I love the lawn signs. But then you also want to get into your social media game, and then you want your end of season, like kind of your big push before the end with your direct mail. And the kind of money that we made was crazy. We couldn't believe that people would spend $28,000 on Christmas lights, but there are people out there who will, and it's your job to let your marketing find them, and that's how we can help you. So that's a little bit about how to market it. I want to talk about how to sell it. You at least need to feel confident that you can pursue a holiday lighting business this year. The great thing is you already have some of the tools you need. CompanyCam is a perfect tool to start with. But then there's another one called JollyLights. It's a great little estimating tool, allows you to draw. It's very simple to use. Everybody that I've shown it to has found it super simple. It makes it easy to kind of give yourself themes and show things off to people and make it so people can kind of see it and believe it. A lot of people last year we showed this to and they loved it. It's very simple and it's cheap. I think it's like $150 for the whole year. You want to make this a fun thing, something that can bring it in for your team. And this is where Big Star Lights really comes in with a lot of great tools that make life easy when it comes to the install. So like some things that you're absolutely going to want to get, and these little triangle things are the best. These clips, they make it so easy to make the light. You can clip the little wire in there so the lights always go the same direction and it looks good. These things are lifesavers and it makes the project look better. There's so many different kinds, ones that are magnets. And the thing that we wish we had when we started was one of these little wheel cart things. This one's a little more expensive, but this thing is awesome for keeping all the clips and plugs and cutters and the X wire and all the pieces in these little Milwaukee packouts. They're awesome. And in there you can put these things. They have these really cool accessories for helping get around trees. Trees are a proven money maker. A lot of people hang lights. And so they have two different tools for helping you get lights and wires around trees really fast. You definitely want to invest in that. The last things you want to look at as far as like getting on roofs in the cold, you might want to look at one of these. It will run completely off battery and you can tow it everywhere you want. Huge lifesaver, great for doing big trees. My last tip that I'm going to get away with is when you want to put lights away, that's where you can get yourself into trouble for the next year making money and not making mistakes, because those two bulbs look really similar, but one of them is a cool white and one of them is a warm white. And on the little edge there's a little PW or CW and a WW, but other than that, you can't really tell. And so you want to make sure you keep your stuff organized when you put it away, and there's ways to do that. You could put these little bags together, but what we liked was actually putting them into Rubbermaids and totes, and then we would take the wires, we would take them down off the house, and then we would wrap them up and label them with colored wires and store them in a way that made it super fast to come back the next year. So we could be really quick in redeploying these lights and getting our customers to say thank you and being really happy, because we had a ton of fun doing all these different jobs.